On October 15th, the European Commission presented its new Defence Readiness Roadmap 2030, outlining a framework to strengthen the continent's defenses against emerging threats. Central to that plan is the European Drone Defence Initiative, a coordinated system designed to counter the growing use of unmanned aerial vehicles. The presentation signaled a shift in tone from political ambition to operational urgency as drone incursions increasingly disrupt civil and military airspace across Europe. Copyright European Commission 2025. Growing urgency across European skies. Recent weeks have underscored how vulnerable Europe's skies have become. At Munich Airport, unidentified drones force flight suspensions and cancellations affecting thousands of passengers. In Denmark, drone activity over Copenhagen Airport halted operations for nearly 4 hours. Both incidents are under investigation, but officials have pointed to a pattern of Russian-linked drone activity across the continent. Earlier in the autumn, Poland temporarily closed multiple airports after more than 20 drones entered its airspace, prompting the government to invoke NATO consultations. These incursions have raised public concern and heightened pressure on policymakers to deliver tangible airspace protection. They also demonstrate how inexpensive, off-the-shelf drones can cause costly disruptions, overwhelm response systems, and challenge traditional air defense models. Europe's Drone Defense Initiative. The October 15th presentation framed the European Drone Defense Initiative as a flexible, layered system built to detect, track, and neutralize unmanned threats. Rather than a rigid drone wall, the program will consist of interoperable networks of sensors, electronic warfare tools, and interceptor systems connected among member states and aligned with NATO command structures. Officials emphasize that every member state is now at risk and must treat drone defense as a shared responsibility. The initiative's first operational capabilities are expected by the end of 2026, with full functionality planned for 2027. Procurement will rely on pooled resources and joint funding through EU programs such as SAFE and the European Defence Industry Programme. EU leaders highlighted the need to integrate lessons from Ukraine, where battlefield innovation in both drone and counter-drone technologies has advanced at unprecedented speed. The European Drone Defense Initiative is expected to link research and development with production capacity, drawing on Ukrainian experience to improve interoperability and resilience. The recent threats have shown that Europe is at risk. We have to protect every citizen and square centimeter of our territory, and Europe must respond with unity, solidarity, and determination. Today's defense roadmap presents a clear plan with shared goals and concrete milestones on our path to 2030. Because only what gets measured gets done. Moving from plans to action, the roadmap proposes 4 European flagships: the European Drone Defense Initiative, the Eastern Flank Watch, the European Air Shield, and the European Space Shield. This will strengthen our defense industries, accelerate production, and maintain our long-standing support to Ukraine. Ursula von der Leyen, President of the European Commission, from ambition to implementation. Although the roadmap outlines an ambitious vision, its success depends on political coordination and industrial capacity. Many EU members maintain national procurement policies that slow joint projects, while cost disparities between low-priced drones and expensive defense systems remain a challenge. Officials argue that coordinated procurement could reduce costs, improve interoperability, and strengthen the European defense industry. The roadmap also stresses that the Commission's role is one of coordination rather than control. Member states will retain sovereignty over their defense systems, while the EU facilitates common standards, shared funding, and oversight. The initiative is designed to complement NATO frameworks, not compete with them. Looking ahead, the European Drone Defense Initiative is both a technical and political test. The incidents in Munich, Copenhagen, and Polish airspace show that drone threats are already disrupting Europe's transportation and security infrastructure. By formalizing this initiative within the Defence Readiness Roadmap, EU leaders have committed to concrete milestones and a continent-wide approach. The challenge now lies in turning commitments into capacity. Europe's success will depend on how quickly it can align its defense industry, streamline procurement, and integrate evolving technologies. As one EU official noted during the presentation, having drone defenses is no longer optional for anyone.